Hey everybody, how's it going? So today I'm going to be running a little preview video on a game that I've been following for quite a long time, Causea Voices of the Dusk. For those of you who don't know, Causea is a free-to-play card game that features a very unique resource system as well as a very interesting mechanic known as leader's decisions. So we are going to run over a quick versus AI game, going over the UI, the resource system, some little tricks that you're able to do with the resource system as well. We're going to go over the main menu, the shop screen, the deck screen, collection screen, all of that good stuff. We're even going to open some packs as well. So strap in and join the ride. So to show off, what this game is all about, I'm going to go ahead and just hop into a game with one of the provided basic decks. This one is going to be based off of the Glory faction, and it looks like we are up against Ralkan, Sword of the Desert. So, of course, as with typical card games, you start with your mulligan phase. So we have a 1-drop. Aggressive is something similar to Charge, Haste, Rush, based on whatever game you're playing. Let me see. Invoke Goods. I'm not sure exactly what that means. So this is a support card. Support cards are similar to, for example, artifacts in both Magic the Gathering and Eternal, as well as Mythgard. So this looks decent. I would like a 2-drop. So I am going to probably burn or replace both 3-drops here. Okay. So this is an event. Events are similar to spells. Let's see, so draw a card, expend 1. Expend is where you just discard a card from your deck. It does tell you what card you discard. It'll be right here. This is the discard pile. So just a quick overview of the screen we have here. This is your hand. This is your opponent's hand. Deck. We have nice little card counters for each deck so we know where we're at. This is your cause pile. So each turn you discard a card which goes into your cause pile, increasing your cause, which allows you to play better and better cards. Just a quick card anatomy here. There we go. So the one in the upper left hand corner, that is the level. So the cause has to be greater than or equal to the level of the card to play the card. And playing cards in Causea does not cost mana or cause. You are allowed to play 2 cards per turn, which is indicated by the counter right here, right under this card. There are cards that allow you to play more than 2 cards per turn, similar to Journey to the Unknown, because it gives you +1 play. So let's go ahead and see what else we have. Of course, you have the players with their health total right here. You start at 20 health, 30 card decks with 2 ofs for each card. And then you do have a little thing over here with your decisions. Each time you get to a certain cause level, you have a little decision to make. So, you can summon, invoke a frontier combatant, which basically means it plays the card for you, or you can invoke a short bow. So once you reach cause level 2, you can choose between one of those 2 things to activate, which you don't have to, on the exact cause level. You can hold it for future use. So let's go ahead and discard one of our shivs, and then I'm going to play a Brave Settler, and then I'm going to just shiv it real quick. Get some real quick damage in. This does seem to be more of an aggressive build. And then at the beginning of each turn, you draw until you have 4 cards in hand. And if you have 4 cards or more, you draw 1. So you're not going to miss draws by having 4 cards in hand, but you are always going to draw up to 4 if you don't have that. So this is a 6 cause card, which I'm not going to be at for quite a while, so we'll go ahead and sacrifice that. We have a 1-mana 2/2, which is pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and play the Unknown right here. It discarded my Rain of Arrows, as well as one of the other journeys, Brave Settler, and a Shiv, which isn't terrible because we did pick up this, which is just a great drop to throw on down. We can also summon a Frontier Combatant or a Short Bow. Let's see. So let's just go with the Board Flood here. And that's the end turn button, of course. You have the little pointer showing whose turn it is. Okay, so they are playing Double Servants here. And this, the amulet, this is similar to something like the coin in Hearthstone. So give me just a second. This is a support, so you'll play this out, and then you can activate it whenever you need the effect. So you gain an extra play, and then you gain an extra cause for the turn as well. So if he were to play this example right now, they would have had 3 cause, and they would have been able to play 3 cards. It's generally going to be good to play this out early when you have the ability to handle the card loss, because you can only play 2 cards per turn, and then it just sits here until you need it. So that's generally what I'm picking up for this strategy here. So this Rain of Arrows is looking really good here. It'll full clear his board. It does damage my own characters as well, but that's fine. So let me see. I'm going to probably burn one of these 2-drops. I'll burn this one here. Clear the board real quick, and then I'll play this 2-drop right here. Deal some damage, and my turn. So initiative is similar to an enter the battlefield, or a battle cry more similarly, because it is only when the card is played. So you gain +1 health for each friendly support. I don't have any out right now, so I wouldn't get any effect from that. So I'm not interested in that. So they just did something really interesting here. Let's see. Okay, so they invoked goods, which it looks like it means gather 2, which is where you take cards out of your discard pile and then shuffle them back into your deck. And then one more thing, you can only have 4 characters out at once, so that's your board size. And then you can also play cards out of your cause pile, but playing the cards does take both a play as well as it takes it out of your cause pile, reducing your cause level. So right here, what we actually have a really easy lethal, but just for example, we can clear that using the level 3 card, grab our Shiv, require that, and then that reduces our cause level down to 2, but that's okay. And then we'll just go ahead and deal some damage. Still dedicate. I never burned a card here. So you do have to burn a card as well every turn. Dedicate a card. So they're going to invoke more goods. And there's little to no punishment for burning these cards or dedicating these cards, since you can still always play them again. And then on top of that, you're not worried too much about card advantage, since you'll always draw up to 4. It is going to be tough when you are running low on cards in your deck. Fatigue is a real threat in this game, so that's always going to be something to look out for. I'm going to go ahead and dedicate, unlock my level 4, and then we are either going to summon a Raging Soldier or destroy all characters with 1 attack or less, which is very convenient because both of their characters do have 1 attack or less. And it also does give my characters additional additional attack, so I'm going to go ahead and get some value here. I played the support, which will allow me to get healed from the wall builder, and then I am going to battle. So that clears their board, buffs my board, and I'll pass. So there's a lot of really cool synergies here in this game. This is just a starter deck, so it's built to have these synergies, but it's a great way to show it off. So they're playing some big bodies. They are down to 1 health. I have lethal in hand whenever I feel the need, so I'm not too concerned about losing this game. It is just versus an AI. They unlocked their level 5, which looks like gave them another 5/5 here. What were their choices? Am I able to pull that up? Okay, so they can summon a 5/5, or they can invoke 2 goods and draw a card. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so I believe I've covered just about everything here. You have your history over here. You aren't able to scroll, it is set. It does indicate which turn it was at the top, and then, you know, what your cards did. So I'll go ahead and, so Vigilant is similar to Taunt, or Defender. Well, not particularly Defender, since it can still attack, but it's similar to Taunt and Hearthstone. So you must attack that first, which doesn't particularly matter for me since I do have the Axe Blow here. I will play that to finish him off. So that was a quick rundown on the in-game UI, as well as a quick run through of a game. So now we can move on to the menu. So you start the game, you're going to be looking at, I believe, this screen right here. Gives you a little bit of information, you know, on what's going on. You got your news section, cycle through those. You have your daily missions. So I have to win 3 matches with Glory in PvP mode, and then I have to play 20 witch cards in any mode. These are your level rewards, so each faction has different levels that you can get by just playing the faction, winning games, losing games with the faction. You have your profile here. Collection, there's 250 cards in the core set. You have card backs, banners, avatars, tons of cosmetics to purchase. This game is free to play for, you know, the actual gameplay, and they do sell cosmetics as well. So we'll hop into the market. We have packs, we have our leaders, which this does give you the leader decisions based on who you pick. And you can buy these both with gold and with Orgonite, which is their premium currency. Then you have your card backs, you have your backgrounds, which are both purchasable with, again, gold and the Orgonite. You have your codes to input for, you know, giveaways, different things like that. And then you can purchase the crystals. Soul Ember is similar to Dust, Essence, Shards, whatever it may be in the game you're playing, which you can purchase with money. So that's a very interesting thing there. And next we are going to move on to the collection screen. This will give you a rundown on all of your cards, your decks, your available leaders to choose from, as well as, you know, your different cosmetics, which they label charms. Give you your card backs, your backgrounds, banners, avatars, titles. And then in the collection, they do start you off with a good amount of cards. They are all going to be of common rarity. We're not going to start off with any rares, epics, or legendary cards, which is going to be the rarity system included in this game. I do have some packs to open, so we'll go ahead and bust through a few of those. You can filter through each of the different factions here on the left, you have Glory, which is red. It's typically going to be a more aggressive, more battle-hardy color. You have Wealth, which is signified in gold. This is going to typically be a more bigger style, more into the resource system, as opposed to just rushing them down with Glory. And then you have Influence, which is a slightly sneakier way to play the game. You have a lot more tricks up your sleeve with this. And then you have Spirit, which is going to be similar to a more controlling style. You have a lot of removal, you have a lot of healing, similar to the Priest class in Hearthstone. And then you have Neutral, which is going to be all of your neutral cards usable in any colors. And then you have your color pairs. You have your Glory and your Wealth color pair, the Phalanx. You have your Clergy, which is going to be both Spirit and Influence. You have League, which is going to be Influence and Wealth. And you have Brotherhood, which is Influence and Glory. And then you have Sect, which is going to be Wealth and Spirit. And you have Horde, which is going to be Glory and Spirit. So Horde looks to be a very interesting color pair to me. When you press this filter, it just gives you red and green cards for deck building purposes. Sect seems like a really good control combination based off of what I've seen so far. Brotherhood seems to be a really good mid-range style, which gives you both the aggressive characters as well as some great tricks. And then you have League, which looks to be a slower style based on buffs, debuffs, that kind of thing. You have Clergy, which looks to be another more controlling style. Then you have Phalanx, which looks to be more of an aggressive style focused on board control and pushing damage in the mid-game. So that's a rundown on the color pairs, the colors as well. So now I'm just going to go ahead and bust my packs. I have 5 packs. They do have the handy open all button. I will use that now. So they are opening the packs. Opening 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so you're guaranteed 4 commons and 1 rare in each pack, with the opportunity to get additional rares, epics, legendaries, that kind of deal. So that is going to be the basics for Causea, Voices of the Dusk. I do plan on making many videos about this card game in the future as well. Thank you so much for inviting me to this preview build, and I will look forward to seeing more in the future.
And if you like the video, make sure you give this video a like, and always make sure you subscribe for more amazing content. And I'm also going to link the information for Causea down below in the description. Make sure you add the game to your wish list so you're aware of when it releases. They are entering an open early access release on Steam, which is going to be on May 26th. So keep your eyes peeled for that.